reach as many children and inspire as many young children as I can. That's why I'm doing this for. Obviously, with me, there's been times where I'm thinking, is this going to get anywhere? So obviously, you may have them kind of thoughts, and then it might like take you back, and you might think, okay, I don't want to do this. But obviously, as long as you have a good people around you that keep you motivated.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here with the main man himself, Mr. Jordan. Jordan, how are you, sir? How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Welcome back. Welcome back
you.
to the studio. The first time you was here, we did a book read.
Yeah, that's great.
And that was your second book at the time, but your first book that you did with us. Tell us about the current book at the moment.
So this
you can pick it up, please. Pick it up. Let them see it.
So this is Shake Shock Attack of the Snow Monster, and just to give a little backstory of what it's about. If you read the first one, then it's just basically a sequel of just a continuation.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you read the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we're gonna get to this one now as you see it. Carry on.
Yeah,
sorry.
Just basically a continuation of the first book of Shake a Shock, basically going on another adventure, meeting another villain, and superhero stuff.
I actually don't know.
Superhero stuff. Just saving the world. But yeah, obviously I don't want to go too much into it.
No, you have to buy the book, ladies and gentlemen, please.
It's on Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
When's your website coming?
It's coming soon.
Okay.
It's in the work.
And you're doing a book signing?
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
Can you please tell them the date? Because we're going to make sure that this interview is out.
25th of September.
Where is that book signing?
The Lodge Space. It will be in the link or something. Yeah, you can.
Welcome to the Jordan Show.
You can put it on wherever this is going to be uploaded. You can either put it on the screen or something, but yeah, all the information will be out there,
Ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't want to tell you where it is, so what we're going to do is we're going to put everything in the link in the description below.
That's exactly what I just said, put the link in the description below.
Should we swap seats? I feel like we should swap seats. So what I'm interested, what you doing, the first book, Shake a Shock, it's a very good book.
Thank you.
I felt like it tapped into your imagination and it allowed you to be creative. And what got you into writing picture books?
I feel like from when I was younger, I've always just been creative. So because when I was younger, my mum used to write books. So I feel like that's where my inspiration came from. So I feel like my mum's been my inspiration.
Oh, that's beautiful. Does she still help you in the writing process, or is it all you from start to finish?
Nowadays it's just me, but she does help me.
What's that like? No, Jordan, that needs to go there. No.
Yeah, like when it comes to like the editing stuff, she'll help me. Be like, you can change that. So our ideas do come together. Yeah, we help each other.
What happens if mum sees one thing this way and you sing one thing that way? Who has the executive decision to make the change?
My mum wouldn't be like, okay, you need to change the whole thing, or we'll go back and forth or something like that. It was just, we'll come to a mutual agreement at the end of the day. So because we get along so well, it's like I'll take on her advice and everything.
I think you don't understand how lucky you are, because I remember when I was your age, you're a fully grown adult. For me, like, my mum was always right. I couldn't even, like, okay, mum, and it just I guess it's that era that I grew up in. She just looks at, even if I know she's wrong, she knows she's wrong. She's right, and yes, mum. Okay, mum, and we do it our way. And if I went against it, I wouldn't hear the end of it. I am your mother. I know every. Okay, mum. Yes, mum. Got it. So that's beautiful that you and your mum got that relationship. And I think a lot of people need it.
Yeah.
When it comes to writing books, what's your writing process like? Like, how do you get in a zone? Can you write anywhere? Do you have to be in a certain place? How does the book?
The idea that comes.
Yeah.
It depends. My ideas have been coming from like when I'm on the train. I don't know why. So like, if I'm just going, say if I'm going to uni, or if I was going just traveling on the train somewhere, an idea would come. So you know, when you're on the train, you're just looking outside. So say if you're on the train,
Yeah,
and you're just looking outside,
in the tunnel.
No, say if you're on the train,
I know,
say if you're on the train, you're just
Yeah.
looking outside, daydreaming or something.
Yeah.
An idea would just come to me, and I'll just be on my phone, just put it in my notes, kind of thing. So more recently, that's how my ideas have been coming to me. I don't know why, but that's just how it's been coming. But
So
normally,
sorry to interrupt you, because you know that your idea comes from the train when you're in train. Do you find yourself just taking train rides just to get some inspiration?
sometimes I do, but it doesn't. It's not always like that. But it's just more recently it's been like that. But some of the time is just when I'm in my bedroom, or it's not really a specific place. But yeah.
Oh, is it hard to write a picture book?
I would say it's 50-50 because it's a process.
What's that process like?
It takes for me personally, because like I'm dyslexic, innit? So obviously there's a lot of like I take my time with it. So because there's some people that may be able to do a picture book in like a week, or they have an idea and they just bash it out quickly. So, but me personally, I take my time. So maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I'll get it done. But I'll have the idea. But as in when I say a month, I mean I'll go back to it. So I might write the book within 2 weeks.
I was thinking a month is still quick enough.
And then I'll have to go back to it. So editing, going over it, and then yeah.
So do you start at the beginning of the book or at the end of the book? Because some people say to write a book, you have to know where the book finishes, so you kind of like working backwards.
Me, I always just write like the plot. So I just write kind of what I feel like what's gonna be in the book. So I put the characters down. So say for instance, when I was doing the Shake Shock stuff, I would think of the superhero, the villain, kind of what's going to be in the book, like the scenery. So for instance, for example, the new one, the Tackle the Snow Monster, I knew that I wanted it to be in like a snowy kind of scenery. So I wrote that down. And so once I had that, then I could expand on that. All different ideas came from there. So it's like you write a mind map, and then different branches come off of that, and then expand your ideas from there.
That's amazing. And when we talk about, I'm looking at the book now. When we talk about the illustration, how do you then get to finalize what the characters look like? How are you an artist yourself, or do you put so much trust in the illustrator you work with?
Oh no, I didn't do the illustrations. Me and my mum found someone on Facebook to do the illustrations for us. Her name's Shanel Richardson. So so she's on Facebook. She's on Instagram as well. Yeah, we'll probably tag her Instagram in the link below.
So the character are born from her having read the book, so you don't send her a script or a guidance what you want the characters to look like.
No, I just said to her, okay. We spoke back and forth, and she said, "What was there anything specific that you wanted from the drawings?" And I said, "No, I trust you. You can do the drawings, and we'll see from there." And then once she came back with the drawings, I was like, yeah, these are really nice, and then yeah, it's always come out with. And
so so your books, what I want to know, because I find me as an adult growing up, my imagination is less and less wild or as free as it used to be because of the busy stuff that my mind is occupied with in the real world. How do you tap into your imagination to come out with these books?
It's a mixture of just like watching different things, because I always, to get inspiration to be creative, to tap into that creative side, I always like watch different kind of cartoons or something all the time to kind of stay in that kind of mindset, to keep that creative mindset, if you get what I mean. So obviously, if I didn't continue watching, you know, all the little cartoons that you watch when you're young, Spider-Man.
Tom and Jerry?
No, not like Tom and Jerry. So
do you watch Tom and Jerry?
No, I don't watch Tom and Jerry now. I used to, obviously, when I was younger, but not now.
So what cartoons are you watching at the moment to tap into your...
Give me inspiration for this. So at the time, when I was doing the Shaker Shock one, I was watching, there was a old cartoon called Static Shock. Do you know about that?
No. Do you know about Static Shock? You know about
someone in the crowd knows about that. Yeah, so there's an old cartoon called that. So that's what gave me inspiration to write this one. Yeah, so it's all different like inspirations and
Pinky and the Brain. You know about Pinky and the Brain?
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
Roadrunner.
Heard about it.
Those are cartoons.
Yes,
those are cartoons.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I've heard about them.
Tom and Jerry, my favorite.
Yeah, I used to watch that when I was younger.
Jason, what's your favorite cartoon? Huh?
Yeah, Rick and Morty. I like that as well. I watched that. Yeah, that's funny.
Thunderbirds.
Yeah, I know about that. I know about
that.
I know about that.
Thundercats as well.
I know about that. I know about that. I'm not that young. Oh, no, I know about that.
He-Man. You don't know. You know about He-Man?
I probably weren't born. I don't know about that one.
Those were good cartoons. No, sorry. So, because I believe one of the things that we're missing in today's world is it's very hard to tap into imagination, because I'm gonna say this: the iPads, the YouTube, just the mobile phone itself has taken over to the point where you're being programmed to watch what you're watching. Because I remember when I was a kid, I only had 5 channels: channel 1, 2, 3, 4. And I said 5, but 4.5, because channel 5 could work whenever it felt like. Yeah. But we was outside. We was playing outside. But if you go back when I was back home in Liberia, it was just literally forget TV. Just go outside. Yeah, play with stones. It was just a madness. But our creativity was wild, and it was free. And I find today's kid, and I see it with my daughters, they don't watch as much tablet as most kids. 2 hour and a half a day on the tablets that I spend. They can use it however they want, but just their imagination is not as creative when they're in front of that iPad. So that's why I asked, what do you do to tap into your creativity side of things? Because I think it's key for people to go out there and just express it, just be a kid again. You know, what is it like for you when you're in that kiddish moment?
I feel like just when I'm writing in general, should I say, it's relaxing. It feels good. So it's a feeling of, for me, I don't feel judged or anything. So I don't feel like no one can tell me anything in a way. So it's just like, I'm just in my own world. I'm just writing my story. I feel like I'm in the story. So whichever character I'm writing about, I feel like I'm that character in that specific moment. If you get what I mean.
So how closely is there in the relationship between the book and your real life? Is there any elements in your books that resembles your real life?
You have to read the book and you have to find out. Or you have to wait until the upcoming books. There might be some that relate to my real life. If you're family members, you understand. But I can't be giving away. You can't. I cannot give away that right now. Only certain people will understand. My up and coming book will understand. only my cousin will know. When he watches this, he will know. He will know what I mean. My friends, my two best friends, they will know. Like I really can't.
Let me rephrase the question.
I can't reveal that.
If we go back to the first book, right?
Yeah.
The Shake a Shot book. I read that one.
Yeah.
More times than you can imagine.
Yeah.
What's in that book that resembles your real life? You can't say I have to read the book. I read that.
Yeah. Okay. In that one, if you read it and when it says Maxi shook like thunder, that relates to obviously I have epilepsy, so that relates to like me having a fit, should I be, for example. So I put that in there because at the time when I wrote the book, I thought I want to put something that relates to me in a way that wouldn't scare a child. Do you get? So it's not like very sensitive.
So is that your way, like your superhero cape, so to speak? Was that going back to you having epilepsy? Yeah. Is you writing it about in a book? Does that help you deal with it?
Yeah, because
calm yourself
there's
down?
not a lot of, even me talking about it now,
and
even when this is probably out, but most of my friends probably don't even know about it because there's not a lot of friends that I've already spoken to about it. Like,
then guys, you as friends, you've not read the first book. Can you please make sure you read
even when they've read the first book, they probably won't even realize, they probably won't have taken it in or something. Do you get it? So because obviously this book is obviously a children's book, isn't it? So it's just, they probably just give it to their little brothers, sisters. Do you get it? The only friends that they've grown up with me from like primary school, they will obviously understand. And secondary school, they will know like, okay, they will know that I've got that. I wouldn't even call it a condition. I don't really like calling it a condition, but they will know.
Let's touch on that because that's very powerful. Because it's a, what would you call it? Because I was gonna say it's a condition, but you don't want to call it a condition.
If you want to say superpower, that was I like that one.
Let's call it. You see, I actually like that. You see, your superpower. Because there's a lot of kids out there who have such superpowers and they don't know how to deal with it. I actually had a conversation about your superpower with your mum once. Mm-hmm. She said it's a way of you travel to a different dimension. That's why for that space or time, you don't remember what happens when you come back to this realm. How can other kids deal with that, and what can parents or brothers or sisters or carers do when other kids are experiencing the superpower that you experience?
The advice that I would give is just kind of don't be scared of it, because there was like most of my life I was so scared of it. So obviously I feel like if you try to not be scared of it and just realize, okay, it's just you, then you'll kind of be able to be one with it, if you get what I mean.
When you said be one with it, I think that's so powerful. Can you elaborate on that? Like how can I be one with something that gives me such fear, but yet unaware that that's my power? How can I link the two to be one with it?
That's an interesting question.
How do you do it? How did you derive to the day where you say, you know what, this is my superpower?
Because I was so scared of it, of just having, like, every time I would have a seizure, I would always, even just before I would have it, I was scared. So I didn't like that. I didn't like the feeling. So obviously, when you don't like something, you don't want it to happen again, kind of thing. But obviously, I know that I've got epilepsy, and it's obviously going to be with me that's just how I am. And obviously, I've got to live a certain way for me to kind of reduce the amount of seizures I'm going to have, and try and have a stress-free life and do certain things in my life to reduce that. So obviously, when I say obviously be one with it, it's just obviously not be scared about it, and just kind of put certain things in place to try and like reduce that, if you get what I mean.
No, I get what you mean. Do you feel, since you accepted it and use it to your benefit, do you find it occurs less and less, or is it the same?
No, ever since, I feel like, just like you said, I've tried to accept it and kind of love it in that kind of way, it's been a more positive impact on me. Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's powerful. See, there you go, guys. If you suffer from something, don't run away from it. Just get as close to it as you can, and in that moment, you might find the best version of you. Going back to the book, just what we're talking about is the marketing process. What does that look like? What does the marketing process look like for any given book that you've done?
So the marketing is, at this moment in time, it's just me pushing it. Me just pushing the book, just promoting it on my social medias and just word of mouth at the moment in time, really. And
do you think anything's missing? Do you think there's something we can do to help authors in your position push the book out there? Because what you do is crucial to the up and coming generation.
Yeah, I feel like, especially if you're doing this as self-published author, the marketing side is the most important. Because obviously the book is is basically the easy part. Because once you got the book,
to you, not to everyone,
but once you got the book done, the marketing side is the very, it's the hardest part of it. Because obviously you want to expand your reach to as many people as you can.
Yeah, and I mean, what you doing social media and keep it up. And what advice would you give to a young author out there who's trying to be where you are? Because obviously, what we tend to do as humans, we look at someone's success, and the very next day we're trying to get to that success, but we not understanding there's a lot of steps that went in the background to get to where you are. So what advice would you give an up-and-coming author?
I would say I'm not where I even want to be yet, but you know.
But look, you are somewhere.
I know. I am somewhere, and there's progress from, there's definitely progress from when we started, 4 months ago, however months it was, from the first book to now. There's definitely been progress, which I'm very grateful for. And but any advice is just keep at it. I believe you just gotta continue and just don't give up. That's the best advice I would give. Yeah, as long as you got like a goal that you want and whatever you want to do and you're passionate about it, just continue. Just kind of tunnel vision of whatever you want to do. You just gotta keep at it. Really, just continue.
Can you please elaborate on the importance of keeping at it, tunnel vision, and going at it? Because a lot of people don't understand how important that is. Can you?
I feel like with that, it's just because obviously there's gonna be times where you might think, okay, why am I doing this? And then obviously when you because obviously there's been times where I'm like, why am I doing this still? Because obviously I'm doing this is obviously because obviously I like writing and everything, and obviously I want to take this to as high as I can, kind of thing. So and try and reach as many children and inspire as many young children as I can. That's what I'm doing this for. But obviously with me, there's been times where I'm thinking, is this gonna get anywhere? So obviously you may have them kind of thoughts, and then it might like take you back, and you might think, okay, I don't want to do this. But obviously, as long as you have a good people around you that keep you motivated and just keep you going, really, that's the main thing.
How do you deal with that conversation when you tell yourself, is this worth it? I don't see, when you have those hard defining moments with yourself, what does that look like to you? Because I feel that's the difference between success and not success. We go through this journey, everyone goes through it. And then some of us break through that hard conversation we have with ourselves, and others just, you know what, this is not working, they give up. And I think that's the difference between you, who's successful, and someone who's still at home dreaming, wanting to be an author. How do you deal with those moments?
I always think, every time I have them thoughts, I always think back, like when I used to play football or something. I always think about something when I didn't make it somewhere. So then it kind of like makes you think back, okay, I didn't make it in that. So, okay, I need to continue and go harder in this because I don't want to just not put 100% in that. Because when I used to play football, I didn't try hard enough. I was kind of just lazy and I didn't really want to do it. So I was like, okay, if I put that same work in that with the books, I'm not going to see the potential I could have in this because I know I have some sort of potential in this. But obviously, if I don't try hard enough, then I won't see the potential, if you get what I mean.
Wow.
Because obviously, I feel like everyone has a potential in something that they're going to do. But obviously, if you don't try hard enough, you kind of won't see the potential that you actually have.
That is so true, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep going. Yeah. It's based in you. Thank you very much for the time. So what I do on this show is I don't close the show. You close the show. That is your camera. You can say whatever you want to say, sing, preach, advise, dance, however you want to close the show. It's on you.
All I want to say is that there's a lot of things that's going to be coming up very soon. Yeah, I got a lot of things. So more books will be coming. Got a documentary coming. And yeah, there's a lot of things that will be coming. You just gotta wait and see.
Yes, ladies.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming. Yeah. You know, guys, please go out there, get the book. Let's support where possible. And in the link below, Jordan's doing a book signing somewhere in South London, I believe.
Yeah, so right? Surrey Keys.
In Surrey Keys. Yeah. By the time this interview comes out, it will come up before the date that the book signing is happening. Please do support. There'll be a link in the description where you can purchase the book, his Amazon link. Please do support the book. And he will also be doing a book read on Kusoma. Please do watch that, share, and like. Basically what I'm trying to say, let's support and encourage each other where possible. Till next time, I have been the guest, Francis Koh. Mr. Jordan has been the host. Till next time, love, peace, and happiness. Thank you, sir, Jordan. Yes. Thank you, sir. What's that, JB? We good? Can we go? Can we start? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Koh-versation with myself, Francis Koh. To my left, no, I'm joking. So when I first started the show, I was like, to my left. I had this silly intro. It was the worst intro. No, don't. Jason was in the background. Yes, bye. Yes, it was. Because this show just came about like, we didn't even have a name for it.
Oh, yeah, we would have called it Rounds with Koh.
Yeah, Rounds with Koh. We didn't know what to do with it. It was just when
nice though when a project starts like that. Like you literally opened a door and you didn't know what was going to happen. That's nice.
It was a madness, and it's actually.
You can look back.
Yes.
Growing. Can you imagine how it was and what we used to do?
Because it was meant to be a filler, just for that one, my main show. And I preferred this one to my main show. Really? Okay. Yeah, because this one allows me to speak to the guests, like we go back and forth. Where my main show is we just only celebrating the guests. Like, you know, it's their story. Yes. I can't really chip in, like hear their story from start to finish, where this is I can go back and forth and add in my own little experience. But yes.